Hi, I'm Sweetie Abochi, and this is the AM News Bulletin on the AM Show. And let's start from Joy News 8, because she once cried out for help, and the nation heard her. Cancer patient Yairame Ibrahim Mahama touched thousands with her plea. Now she's received a 300,000 Ghana cedi lifeline for treatment after Joy News aired her story. Irama Akwa has more in this report.
2 years ago, these were tears of sorrow. Today, they are tears of hope.
Ghana cedis to cover up for the rest of the money needed to purchase the medication. And then you have a cash of 10,000 for your expenses.
Yairam Ibrahim Mariama shared the story with the world, and the world responded.
People like you, I don't think it should be this way. But all the same, I'm grateful for everything. And I hope I will get the best solution. Thank you. God bless you. I'm grateful to everybody who has supported me. And I hope that whatever treatments I'll take will not be in vain.
A story aired on Joy News, and in just a few weeks, support poured in. She received 147,000 cedis from benevolent individuals. Then came a life-changing gesture. Businessman and philanthropist Alhaji Prince donated 140,000 cedis for her treatment and an additional 10,000 cedis to support her during the difficult months ahead.
Today, we are making a donation of 140,000 Ghana cedis, so you can raise up to the 300,000 needed. We also have his assurance that as and when we proceed with the treatment, if there is need to come in and support more, he is more than willing to support. There are many people who wouldn't have survived this, but Yayama is a strong lady, and I believe after the treatment, her story will become an inspiration to others, and she's a humanitarian herself. The work she was doing at the hospital, and those who have encountered her before this situation will tell you that she's an amazing soul.
God bless you. I really appreciate it.
The journey has not been easy. She's already endured grueling treatment after her breast cancer spread to her brain. And now, with 300,000 cedis raised, she's preparing to restart treatment with new hope.
I hope for the donation. I'm very grateful, and I know it will take me to get treatments. Just that I want the right treatments to be given to me. So I think that's my main focus right now.
From tears of despair to tears of gratitude, Yeriram's fight is not yet over, but now she's no longer fighting alone. Irama's report for Joy News.
Thank you to every single person who sent in a cedi or more. We are grateful. Now, every day, people leave home and never return. They are victims of road crashes that end in tragedy. The Trauma Emergency and Acute Care Medicine Research Network says over the past decade, road accidents have caused a staggering number of injuries, with more than half dying. Irabna Akwe will tell us more in this report.
Site Principal Investigator at Team RN, Dr. Daniel Osei-Kwame, says over 82% of all cases of severe or moderate injuries are as a result of road accidents, emphasizing that Ghanaian roads remain unsafe to ply.
Once in a while, we hear of an accident on the road, and the whole Ghana, gets up to talk about it. But we need to go beyond that. Over 82% of all cases of severe injuries or even moderate injuries are as a result of road traffic accidents.
Since its inception, Team RN has been at the forefront of advancing trauma care through innovative research, education, and networking among healthcare providers. The head of the Research and Development Unit at CAT, Dr. Evans Yeboah, observed most traumas are related to head injuries. He added that though cases of injuries are on the rise in Ghana, there are inadequate resources to care for patients that are admitted with severe cases.
And if you look across the country, we have a very limited resource base for neurosurgery care. And so, whereas we are seeing the numbers increasing, we don't have a lot of people to support the care in that area. So it's an area that we need a lot of preventive interventions, a lot of education to our public, whilst the nation as a whole builds its capacity in terms of neurosurgery care to handle some of these things.
Reporting for Joy News, Erabna Akwe, Kumasi.
In other stories, Upper West Regional Minister, lawyer opposing Charles Lawunga, says reviving the region's once thriving cotton industry could help address unemployment. He described the sector once dubbed, quote, white gold, as a major source of income and jobs in the past. Speaking to the media 2 months after assuming office, he expressed commitment to restoring operations at a defunct cotton ginnery in Tumu, which shut down after the collapse of the Ghana Cotton Company. JoyNews' Rafiq Salam tells us more.
Lawyer opposing Charles Lawunga took over arguably the most coveted political position in the Upper West region on February 7, having his guile firmly fixed on energy, health, education, security, agriculture, and agribusiness, leading the charge. It is now 2 months since he sat on the saddle and opened up to the media on what he's been able to do so far.
We should be able to get a soya factory in Funsi, Sisa East. We should be able to get a corn factory or mill in Sisala West. And the last one is what I call my baby, which is that I want to revive cotton as also a means of livelihood. Because for now, if you take everything we generally use is cotton.
The Tumu Cotton Ginnery was established some 42 years ago with the aim of adding value to the cotton produced in the Upper West region, particularly the Sisala Enclave, and to give employment to millions of people in the area. Operations of the ginnery was however halted after 3 decades of its operations following the folding up of the Ghana Cotton Company Limited in 2011. Several attempts to revive the cotton industry and the ginnery by successive governments has been unsuccessful, leaving heavy machines valued at thousands of Ghana cedis under lock and key. Other farm machines like tractors are left under the mercy of the weather. Charles Lawunga revealed that a committee will be set up to revive the cotton ginnery.
Fortunately, the UNHCR became interested, and on grounds that they had seen cotton being a driver of the economy in Benin. And therefore, if that could be done, it could help increase both our local economy and also as well as give us gainful employment. So as a result, they are also interested in finding a way of supporting us. Currently with the cotton ginnery, we do not know what the relationship is with the current occupant, with previous government. And for that reason, when the committee is set up, likely to be headed by Professor Canton, who has been in Agric for a long time and is retired now, we will be looking at ownership, look at the nature of the equipment, even though I know up to now it will be obsolete. Then how do we get new equipment that will be viable for our purpose? The second one is for them to look at whether we will start by owning government plantations. And when it picks up, we will encourage the private sector to take it up.
Turning to education, Lawyer Charles Luwanga stated that his plan is to give a facelift to educational institutions in the region to meet the required standards.
As a result, we have submitted 2 different proposals to the Minister of Education, who is willing and able to do everything within his powers to assist in infrastructure development, both in UBIS and Dr. Hila Liman Technical University. As you may know, Dr. Hila Liman Technical University is the only university technical which has no hostel in the country, Ghana. And therefore, it is an emergency that we must all ensure that once we're able to get hostel facilities, it enables students to stay on campus, it enables us to take more intake, and that will help grow the local economy of the people of Upper West region.
The issue of security was also on the front burner of the Upper West Regional Chairman of the Security Council.
Apart from 1 or 2 encounters we've had about a few robberies around the Sisala West Belt, then we have agreed that we will now put a patrol team on the belts in the Sisala West area. That has started. It has reduced the number of road or highway robbery that was happening in the Sisala West area.
Reporting for JoyNews, Rafiq Salam. Wow.
In a bold move towards bridging the gender gap in the paint industry, Coral Paints has rolled out its Women in Color program, an initiative aimed at equipping women with practical skills in painting and surface finishing. Jennifer August has more in this report.
Women in Color initiative is more than just a technical training. It offers women a pathway to sustainable income, economic independence, and social upliftment. General Manager for Coral Paint, Celestine Inkum, says the program is a clear reflection of the company's commitment to gender inclusion and economic empowerment.
Women in Color is not just a training program. It is a powerful initiative aimed at empowering women facing socio-economic challenges by providing them with the right skill set to become professional painters.
Also speaking at the launch, Louise Callas, Business Development Manager, emphasized the importance of purpose-driven work, saying the initiative helps women reclaim their identity and gain financial autonomy.
As part of the training, they will be sent to some of our joint companies that work with us, painters that have been long working with us, that would be, they will teach them on site on how to do the proper job they have learned here with me. So they will be inserted in those companies, and of course they will be also have our support, our backup to also promote their jobs as women, whatever they are needed.
CEO of Ineka Youth Foundation, the program is a step in the right direction. She urged industries to reimagine male-dominated spaces by making room for more women.
You train a woman, you train the whole world. Now these women are coming into the space. They are going to be the direct beneficiaries. But I can tell you the 20 women we are starting this project with, they are going to be having indirect impact on their families that will not have food because they don't have any work to do. Now we are proud to say that these women are going out there, and many women, over hundreds of women, are going to be beneficiaries of this project.
As Ghana pushes for greater inclusivity and gender-balanced development, initiatives like Coral Women in Color is doing more than just transforming lives. They are reshaping entire industries. Jennifer August report read to you.
A concerned women's group in the Central Region is appealing to Ghanaians and the Council of States to join the call to halt the petition process for the removal of the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Gertrude Tokono. Now, the group, in a statement read by its spokesperson, Vivian Gasol, stated that the 3 petitions made are not in the interest of the country, expressing their worry about how women in high positions are treated. Abigail Isel Nkrumah in this report.
Since the time news broke that petitions have been made to the President for the removal of the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Justice Gertrude Tokono, issues have been raised about how positions are revoked when there is a change of government. A group in the central region called Concerned Women's Group is adding their voice to the matter. Sharing the group's concerns, the spokesperson of the group, Vivian Gasso, worried that petitions and similar actions are not done for good reason, calling for care on how women in positions are treated.
Statements by a Concerned Women's Group in the central region on the 3 purported petitions for the removal of the Chief Justice, Her Ladyship Gertrude Araba Isabasa Kitokonu. We, as a Concerned Women's Group in the central region, have been disturbed and worried since the news of the release of a statement by the Honorable Kwachi Ofosu, the spokesperson of His Excellency the President John Dramani Mahama, and the Minister for Government Communications, to the effect that His Excellency the President has forwarded 3 petitions seeking the removal of the Chief Justice to the Council of State. Whereas we do not oppose due democratic process laid down by the 1992 Republican Constitution, whereas we refrain from questioning any citizen's democratic right to initiate and activate any such process prescribed by the Constitution, we are nonetheless extremely worried that such moves may be embarked upon, not for the good of it, but purely, patently, and undoubtedly for a parochial end.
The group also urged Ghanaians and the Council of State to join in the call to halt the process.
The immensity of the problems and challenges that have besieged our country over the years, and the resounding support given His Excellency to pull the efforts of all Ghanaians, irrespective of political, tribal, and religious affiliations, to help in nation building, makes this process to remove the Chief Justice from office needless. We are by this statement calling on all Ghanaians to join in our call to halt this process, which is definitely not in the interest of Mother Ghana and shall render us polarized and divided however it ends. We hereby also, in all humility and in a special way, call on the Council of State as the nation's special and unique class of persons who have seen and lived it all, and with very rich individual life experiences, and also a very good sense of history of our dear country, to see through the lines and without any hesitation unequivocally step in to prevent this removal process as not one that will heal and unite Mother Ghana.
From Cape Coast, Abigail Lissel Nkoma reports for JoyNews.
Business Update is up next with Benjamin Akapo.
Let's get into the stories now. And government has revealed it is currently engaging relevant stakeholders to help appreciate the full impact of recent tariff hikes on the Ghanaian economy. There's more in this report.
The revelation by government is coming at a time that there have been several projections that Ghana could be losing millions of dollars as a result of the action by President Donald Trump. The governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Johnson Siama, at a recent Monetary Policy Committee meeting noted that the current global trade war could hurt Ghana's economy if not well managed. The governor maintained that it could come with some shocks for the economy in the area of inflation and stability of the Ghana cedi. The Bank of Ghana has also told Joy Business it is currently putting together its numbers to help quantify the real impact on the economy when it comes to inflation and even the banking sector. One is not clear for now about the timelines here when it comes to government and the stakeholder engagement that is currently undertaken. But it is clear that this action by the US government could impact badly on Ghana's budget and the projected revenue going forward. We also know that majority of Ghana's exports are exempted from the tariff hike because of the Free Trade Pact AGOA. That initiative should end by close of this year, and there are clear indications that the Trump administration may not extend this Free Trade Pact.
In our second story, the managing director of the Tema oil refinery, Dr. Yusuf Suleimana, has pledged his commitment to reducing losses at the refinery while optimizing efficiency to attract investors to revamp the facility. It follows towards exceeding its revenue target by 150% despite growing challenges. Dr. Suleimana made this known in an interview on The Pulse.
We need to do on our side is what we are currently doing now. Let's be phenomenally efficient. Let's cut the losses. We have a policy we call zero tolerance for losses. And if we can stay on course and do that, partners will be interested in partnering with us. I think the atmosphere is very clear. The fact that people are so much interested in partnering with us indicates that there is still credibility in what Tor can do. And even the terminal business that I talked about, the loading gantry, the tank farm and other, that still require retooling. A lot of retooling is required. And I can tell you also that a lot of people are interested in supporting us to do that. How our contribution, like I mentioned, let's say when it comes to the main refinery or the terminal business or whatever, usually we do partnership in terms of you bring your equity.
Right.
We can do a kind of BOT, that's one model, build, operate, and transfer. We can give like 5 to 10 concessionary period. You know, we give it to you on concessionary period. You operate it within that period. You recoup.
Right.
Based on the fact that you recoup your investment and return the facility back to us to run. So at the end of the day, what the partnership will done, Elton, two things. The capital injection is guaranteed, and then an efficiency, I think, will also be guaranteed. And when these two things happen, I believe we're going to tend to.
It's a wrap for business. Let's cap off the AM News now.
Yes, thank you, Ben, for serving us business updates. And it's a wrap indeed for the AM News Bulletin on the show. The conversations begin now, starting with the news review. And we're back on your screens in a bit. Please stay.